What if the heart of Chicago's defensive line is teetering on the edge of something monumental? Could the specter of Gervin Dexter Sr. be ushering in a legacy that sends chills down the spines of every opponent at Soldier Field? The whispers from the deep corners of Hollis Hall have ignited a firestorm of speculation, an unpredictability that could shake the foundations of Bears football as we know it. Hit that like button, subscribe for each bombshell reveal, and drop a comment R. You ready for Gervin Dexter to take the league by storm and finally write his name into the annals of Bears history? In hushed tones, murmurs are growing louder. Inside sources are hinting at a seismic shift, something brewing beneath the surface that could spell both urgency and opportunity for the Bears. As we inch closer to the 2025 season, the buzz surrounding Dexter is palpable, shedding light on his surprising snubbing from ESPN's highly coveted top 10 defensive tackle list. An enigmatic figure with legendary potential and yet to fully unleash his gifts on the world stage. The shadows surrounding his future loom larger than ever. With a roster flurry creating the perfect cocktail for chaos, is this the season Gervin finds his voice among the elite defenders, or will he fade further into the background? The moment of truth is upon us, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Chicago Bears defense is built on legends players like Walter Payton, Brian Urlacher, and Devin Hester have danced through our memories, forging an identity rich with tenacity and grit. Yet here we stand, on the precipice of another chapter, yearning for a new hero to rise. Gervin Dexter's transformative journey isn't just about personal accolades. It's about wearing the Bears logo with pride and embodying the spirit of the monsters of the Midway. Remember how it felt when Urlacher came into his own, taking that defense to heights only dreamed of? Or when Hester turned every punt into a symphony of chaos? Those electric moments are stitched into our very souls, continuing to stoke the flames of our hopes and dreams. Now, with Dexter's silent work ethic and relentless drive surfacing like an iceberg ready to shatter records, we have to wonder what will the repercussions be if he truly emerges or if he remains unnoticed. Could he elevate Chicago's defense into a force that not only grips the division but commands respect across the league? Or will this continued oversight push him deeper into the shadows? This critical third season is pivotal players tend to blossom in the stardom when they embrace the expectations thrust upon them. Think about it. What if Dexter steps into the spotlight alongside a retooled defensive line unit, possibly transforming the Bears into a nightmare for rival quarterbacks? Or what if fate tarnished this moment, leaving him and the Bears struggling to escape the legacy of previous disappointments? The tension is thick, and every glance at Dexter's highlights against a backdrop of jeering opposition only fuels our anticipation. So, what will it be, Bears Nation? Will Gervin Dexter rise like a phoenix from the ashes, or will the cycle of heartbreak continue? One thing is certain, the clock is ticking, and the story is just unfolding. With our eyes peeled for what comes next, we're left on the edge of our seats, waiting for that monumental moment. Part 2 awaits, and trust me, it's going to bring the heat we've been craving. The time has come, Bears fans, for us to rise from the ashes of despair and embrace the fire that fuels our souls. Will you stand up and fight for the pride of Chicago, a legacy drenched in blood, sweat, and countless last-minute collapses that haunt our Sunday afternoons? We have survived through the wide bites of bitter endings, the paralyzing ache of the 2010 NFC Championship game that slipped through our fingers like sand, the searing betrayal of 2018 as that dreaded double-doing echoed through our minds. Now here we stand, again at the precipice of possibility or peril. Feel that yearning in your chest, that flicker of hope mingled with dread. As Coach Whoever's new scheme unfolds, every passing play feels like a dance with destiny, yet the atmosphere within Hollis Hall remains shrouded in uncertainty. What if, just what if this was the moment we finally turn the tide? But imagine if we falter one more time, how the whispers of discontent could creep through the locker room like an uninvited guest to our epic celebration, poisoning the ambitions of our beloved Bears amidst the towering expectations of the fan base that has been starved for a relentless winner. Front office decisions are no longer simply business for Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. They're echoes of a once great dynasty that demanded excellence, a stark reality swirling through the minds of our rivals like the Green Bay Packers, licking their wounds while sharpening their claws, and the Lions and Vikings waiting on the sidelines, full of hunger, watching our every misstep with a smile. If these foes sense any weakness, this could unleash another spell of dominance over us. But what if we become the indomitable Bears we have dreamed of, rising from our storied past? Would that excite our legends like Singletary and Ehrlicher watching from above, pondering whether our time could once again be now, igniting hope in the hearts of loyal soldiers who weathered the storm? The ghosts of 1985 stand shoulder to shoulder with us. Their memories a solemn reminder of our potential buried under years of subpar decisions and fierce heartbreak, which makes me ponder if this season will be our renaissance or just another slip in the chaos dredged up from our recent failures. Each Sunday feels like a gamble, the stakes higher than ever before, navigating this new chapter where dreams clash with reminders of past disappointments. You felt that gut punch in your belly when we blew leads, didn't you? The whispers of dismay echoing through Soldier Field as the wind bites at our faces, mingling with an ever-present dread that creeps in like fog rolling off Lake Michigan, pulling the blanket of uncertainty tightly around us, making every time we lose feel like part of a cruel, unending cycle. And here we are debating whether the future holds a shining avenue of possibilities or the same desolate paths trodden too many times before. Just like that moment in the 2010 season when everything seemed to line up perfectly only to crash with a resounding thud. Do you feel that crushing weight pressing down on our chests? Both hope and fear wrestle in our aspirations, and now the stakes couldn't be any more profound as we refuse to move beyond the pain we've endured for decades. What if this season finally ushers in a rebirth? Now close your eyes and imagine your Sunday chomping into the deep dish pizza. Beers raised, the roar of victory vibrating through your very being, the kind that made Hester's electrifying. Runs feel alive in our veins, or Singletary's grim, determined stare when he commanded the field like a true warrior. Is this what we crave? Or are we just letting ourselves be swept away on a whimpering tide of mistaken belief, trapped in an endless loop of hope and despair? In a world where the outcome of every game hangs like a pendulum of fate, every inch fought for on the gridiron, what does it mean to be a Bear? Can we truly transform our legacy, shielding ourselves from the chaos that once defined us? Or will we continue trudging through that soul-crushing cycle, forever torn between the desire for greatness and the fear of failure that lingers like fog on a bitter winter day? Let's not kid ourselves for one heartbeat longer. We are on the edge of the precipice, grasping for clarity against the roar of our heritage. As we take this thrilling, turbulent ride once more into what could be the greatest chapter of our storied history or another crushing chapter, will we stand united, lash out at our doubts, and collectively embrace the tumult as tightly as our hearts, whether it hurts, uplifts, or etches a new tale into our cherished legacy? The time to rally is now. Bears fans, the challenge becomes ours, and as we take each step closer to kickoff, I can reach out and sense the tension like static in the air waiting for that spark. Will we ignite our ascent together, or will we implode, consumed by the weight of our own cursed hopes? The suspense holds us tight, and the question lingers heavier than a sack on a quarterback. Do we finally claim our destiny, or will the past drag us one step closer to oblivion?